Hello. Ooh, hello. Welcome to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Of course, I am Auntie, and we are so excited. We got some people on here today. I'm going to actually let everybody introduce themselves. So we can go ahead and start with you, Chris. You can go ahead.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Chris Frierson. Glad to be here.
All right, Mr. Chris. And down below me, we have Ms. Rena. Introduce yourself.
Hello, y'all. I'm Rena Simone. I am a holistic product maker, as well as a life coach and trauma healer. How y'all doing today?
All righty. And of course, so I'm super excited to introduce our guest for today. It's weird. Like I've been watching her pages and stuff for a little minute because you know what I'm saying, on the whole Facebook thing. And I seen her podcast. She does this podcast. So she is a owner of On Blast Radio Atlanta. So she is the radio owner. She actually has an owner. So we have her here today, and we're gonna let her go ahead and introduce herself and tell y'all a little bit about what she got going on.
All right, yeah, you said it. Your girl, Big Show, man. That's Radio Atlanta. I do media. I do a little bit of printing. I DJ. Just say I'm very multifaceted. Actually, I do a lot of things. You know, people say, "What don't you do?"
That's
right. I just tell people I'm a connector. I like to connect the dots. You know.
Right. So as y'all see. This connection thing is like going crazy. God is doing some stuff. So here we go. Walter gonna start it off. Oh hell nah, look at that head. I would never. Hey Chris, enjoyed you last week. There you go. Hey Walter.
My man.
Yeah, so Walter getting started early, huh?
He said he would never. Walter said he would never. It don't matter. That's what happens when you're confident in yourself. Stuff like this don't bother you.
Oh, there it is.
And Chris, you have met Ms. Rena. This is the one Walter was speaking on last week when he was asking. Yeah, so yeah, she's here tonight. All right. So as we all know, y'all know I'm Auntie. I'm gonna start it off. Y'all know Miss K. She might pop in if she can. She be trying to make it in. Of course, show out is that tonight. He out there with the Tampa Bay Lightning, so he won't be here. Like I said, we do have Miss. We got a big show out here tonight. We have Rena and Chris. So today the show is it's really not I didn't come in with a per se topic. Because I wanted to address some stuff, and I know Chris had some stuff to discuss about the politicking that's going on from last week, and I seen some stuff, and y'all know I don't really touch the politics, but I just want to know how y'all feel about this whole financial team that is going into effect. There goes Show Out, so Show Out is in the building. But yeah, this whole financial team and the people that he selected to be amongst this team, if y'all know what I'm talking about. So it was announced that he has created some type of money management team, including Elon Musk and it's another guy, Bitsky. What is that man name? Hold on, let me pull the article up. But so how do y'all feel about them being over the money management team for the United States? So they say, how do y'all think that's going to work out?
I mean, Elon Musk got a lot of money. You know, right. I don't get too far into politics like that. You know, I go out and I vote. I make sure I do my due diligence on things that I need to definitely within my community. But even the presidential election and everything like that. But it's just, certain things when they don't affect you directly and you don't really have much control within the situation, you just let things be what it is and you go with the flow, and you figure out a way to
make it make sense.
Yeah, you make it make sense. There you go.
Right. Well, I mean, for me,
I personally haven't looked into it, so I don't have a comment on it.
Okay.
For me, Can you hear me?
I hear you.
For me, Elon Musk, he's put in a position to basically figure out a way to shrink government. Now, some of the things I do agree with, such as the Department of Education. Department of Education has a $68 billion budget.
Right.
A $68 billion budget. Okay, what does the Department of Education do? Since every state has their own Department of Education, what does the federal Department of Education do? They got over 4,500 employees. Okay, what do they do? Nobody can really give an answer to what they do. Yeah, they're over Title 20,
Title 20, yeah,
stuff like that. That's basically it. But your own state can give you that same stuff. So things
that's
like
true.
that. I mean, things like that. I think that we're wasting taxpayers' money on things like that. Things like let's go with Department of Transportation, for which I'm in. The Department of Transportation is wasting a lot of money because everything is done on the state level. You go up to New York, soon as you come off the George Washington Bridge, 84 is full of construction. That construction has been there for years and years and years. That same construction. So what is the Department of Transportation really doing? Are we just saying that in name, or what are they really doing? So I think government should be shrunk, but I think it needs to be done in a way where it doesn't take away from minorities, minority business, because a lot of minorities don't get those contracts.
Right.
So I mean, so I don't have no respect for some of the things that Trump is doing. I don't think that guy that he selected to be over the Department of Defense, that man is not qualified to be over the Department of Defense. He's not qualified to be over the person that says we need to nuke this or we need to nuke that. He shouldn't be over that. Okay, he has no experience in doing that. He's only been a commentator. Okay, he was a captain in the Army, I believe, and he's been a commentator, so he has no experience in that world. I'm okay with the Secretary of State that he chose, which is the guy from Florida, Rubio. I'm okay with that. That's really no big deal. But sensitive things like Secretary of Defense, another guy that he picked was the guy from the Panhandles, Mike Getz. He chose him to be the Attorney General. Well, this guy was under investigation for child sex trafficking.
Okay, but you said it, I didn't. Whew, let's make it make sense. So since you open that door and Auntie gets to walk in it, with that being said, how much faith can we put in him when he going there and selecting people that have those type of background and stuff going on when he has all this stuff going on with his legal situation, but they made him president?
How much faith having him anyway? This is things.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100. When he asked me,
what do y'all expect if he lives the lifestyle he lives? His crew is gonna be part of his lifestyle too. Like he's no different from how they say we are. Birds of a feather flock together. So his crew is gonna be part of whatever he got going on as well.
Well, that's the reason why you should have. That's the reason why the forefathers put checks and balances in place. Okay, there's supposed to be a checks and balances type deal here, but obviously Trump got a whole lot of mess on a whole lot of people because it seems as though whatever he says that's what it is. Those people that he picked, they still have to be confirmed by the Senate. So even though he picked them, if the Senate say yeah they're good, that's a problem, because that means that nobody in the Congress has any morals. That's a problem.
I agree, but before we go any further, I want DC, can you pull that comment up that Walter put, because I want to go ahead and address that because I ain't miss it. So Walter says, just said black women being their feelings now because one of their own lost and they want to be everyone's butt now. Okay, so
I'm not in my feelings. I never thought she was gonna win, to be honest with you. I feel like any woman would not have won. America does not care for women in power. They ain't even let Hillary win. So therefore, I did not feel like she had any type of I didn't feel like she was gonna win at all from day one. I felt like they were playing with her and her emotions and making her feel like she even had a chance.
Well, she knew she didn't have
and the fact that she was a Black woman trying to be of power, I was like, America already don't like women. Then you don't like women of power, and now this a Black woman. I ain't see that. Yeah, she knew that too. And then the fact of the matter, I feel like when Biden started, I got a curfew because I don't feel good and I'm coughing and not remembering and all of that stuff, he could have at that point let her step in so America could already see a little bit of what she could do to maybe give her a better chance. And he didn't even do that for her.
No, what Biden should have done was he should have said a couple years ago that he was not going to run, period.
Facts.
That's what he should have done.
Facts.
What Biden did, I think Biden
was a coward move. He should have bowed out gracefully.
I think Biden wanted Trump to win. That's what I truly believe. And the reason I say that is because he could have bowed out a long time ago. Why would you fuck up the party not thinking that, okay, this Black woman ain't gonna win. She don't have a shot in hell. Okay, and then you just throw her on us without the primaries, without anything. You just throw her on us and said, okay, this your goddamn candidate. Biden, in my opinion, all along knew that he wanted Trump back in office. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. He knew that she was not going to win. He knew she wasn't going to win.
Make it make sense.
He knew she wasn't going to win.
Everybody knew she wasn't going. Everybody knew she wasn't going to win.
He should have bowed out. He should have bowed out a long time ago. He should have bowed out a long time ago, and let the people pick who they wanted to run for president on the Democratic side. In my opinion, the Democrats are a bunch of weak motherfuckers. Because we should be giving them the same energy
that they're giving us. Make it make sense. I'm here with you.
We should give them the same energy that they give us. Why the Democrats always got to be the ones that want to pray about every goddamn thing and want to goddamn do everything by the book? As you see, the Republicans aren't doing that, and look what happened.
You got to learn to play on their field. Absolutely correct. I understand. I agree. Listen, I'm telling you, I'll be here for it. So, okay, again. Can we please go? I think it was another comment that came across the screen again.
Yes, he said.
Right. I bet you still voted for her and wasted your vote. Okay, so I'm going to address you because I understand. I see you coming out real petty, real early. It wouldn't have mattered either way because most of the votes didn't count it. So leave that alone. Anyways.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Okay. That's since you say stuff have to make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make this make sense.
Okay.
If Hillary had 3 million votes more than Trump and she still lost, wouldn't that mean that 3 million votes didn't count?
Exactly.
I'm just asking.
No, you made it make sense. Just like when
people say, well, all votes count. It can't count if she had 3 million more.
Listen.
Not 1,000, not 100,000, not 10,000, 3 million.
Facts.
And she still lost. So that tells me that 3 million votes didn't count.
But that's what I'm finna address. So I'm gonna say this, and then you know what I'm saying.
And yes, and yes, I do understand electoral college. So everybody coming on saying, well, you don't understand electoral. Absolutely, I do.
Yes.
And I absolutely know why the electoral college was established.
Exactly.
So I'm on here talking about, well, you don't understand electoral college. Yes, I do. And I know why it was established. So go ahead.
But what I was going to say is we already know how that play out, because what I couldn't understand was y'all literally came on and told me that there were ballots being burned and y'all didn't even know how many people had put those ballots in those boxes. But mysteriously, y'all was able to count every single vote and then tell me that it went on. And then I did find an article, and I'm trying to see what I did with it, where they were still counting votes 3 days after the election that one state hadn't even voted yet.
Well, I want to know how there was no cheating this year that he won.
Right. I don't understand.
I'm trying to see how y'all fixed all of that cheating so fast.
Exactly.
The year he won.
Make it make sense. That's exactly.
Had he lost, then everybody cheated. Come on, man, make that shit make sense to me.
Listen, I'm for real.
Racist. This country is still racist like a motherfucker. These white folks are still saying shit out their mouth wrong. That's the reason why out here, when I'm working, I don't give nobody no pass. Exactly. I don't give a damn. I don't give no white man, no white woman. Hell, I don't give niggas no pass.
Ouch.
No pass. If you cross me, I'm on your head.
That's it. Make it make sense.
Respect me, and I will respect you. And we all good.
That's it.
We all good.
Big Show, how you feel?
Hey, man, I feel all that.
That's what I thought. Ms. Reno?
Out the gate.
Yeah, I agree. I prefer to de-escalate before I escalate, but I still agree.
Exactly. And that's what I think.
Sometimes you got to be a wolf in order to be the lamb that you really are.
So I say facts, Mr. Frierson, you speak in my language. I mean, I understand completely 100%. Like I tell people, I'm not racist, but there are a lot of people that seems to forget that don't let Trump get y'all ass whooped. I'm just saying, I don't give a damn who in office. I'm just making it make sense. I'm gonna keep that 100. You stay over there, and I'm gonna stay over here because I got some people that rock. I'm gonna rock all the way out. I know we got some in our bloodline, but I'm telling you now. Make that shit make sense in all and everything that you do. That's it. That's all. I don't care who take that office in there, but you let him talk like that because apparently he got money that can talk like that. These people walking around these streets right now that's done got super stupid in his last week. Like all these people that's coming out the woodwork talking about they want slaves. Yes. I had it, and the reason why I said that because I'm going to address this too. So I had a lady on this wonderful blue site. And, you know, they'll kick me off because they love to kick me off for that, which I really don't care, but they do. They kicks me off. I had a woman tell me because there was a comment made. It was a young lady who made a post. I'm pretty sure everybody seen it because it went viral. That she's glad that Trump is in office because now she can start picking her slaves. So me, being me, I volunteered. Baby, you ain't even got to pay me. I volunteer. I want to be your cook. I want to be your caregiver. I want to be the thing standing between you and God, boo. That's what I want you to understand. The lady told me I was an Uncle Tom because I am volunteering. That's what this generation is. So apparently, I don't know how old she is, but it ain't make sense to her that what I was saying. Listen. So apparently, some confused people out there with what this election meant.
But we also have to vote on the local level as well. We got to stop putting our friends in office.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And we got a bad habit of doing that. If I'm famous in the neighborhood, or if I'm famous in East Tampa, then you're gonna vote for me. Even though I don't know shit about politics.
I'm gonna vote for the bitch that's gonna do it the right way.
What sense do that make to me? That don't make no sense.
That's when you got cut back.
Because I'm your buddy. You voted for me because I'm your dog. That's dumb to me. I'm going to vote for the most qualified person that can go up there to DC or go up there to Tallahassee and talk for me. I want somebody that can go to Tallahassee and can talk for East Tampa. I want somebody to go to Tallahassee that can talk for West Tampa. Talk for me. Don't go up there talking about ghetto ass shit. You standing up there with the rest of these congressmen because y'all passed the bill to give out book bags and shit. That ain't shit for my community. That ain't shit for my community. I need you to go up there and fight for. I need you to go up there and fight for police brutality in East Tampa, police brutality in West Tampa, police brutality in Central Park. That's what I need you to do.
Right. Go ahead, Ms. Rena. Yeah, I agree, but go ahead, Rena.
But we can't fix that on a higher level until it's fixed on a lower level because that is the dynamic. That's the dynamics of Temple regardless. They do that just for food. Because I done tasted some of these popular people, food trucks, restaurants, and I'd be like, what is this? But if you look on Facebook, it's hype, it's good, this is the spot to come be here, and everybody is the clique, the crew is there. So And I say that to say again, it has to start for them to understand that way at the bottom of picking and hyping things up that shouldn't be hyped up, that doesn't even really make sense per se, for them to be able to do that at a higher level for things that does make sense.
And see, that was an issue
they can't get it right on the low level. So how they gonna get it right on the high level?
And that's true, because that was a topic that we had discussed back. I think that was like around April, back then when they had some stuff going on when they was doing the voting and stuff. And that was a discussion that we had. Because I told them, it's a lot of people that out there, they look for so much stuff and they want you to go and depend on, because like somebody asked me, when you go out there and help people, do you have the 501c? And I told them, no, I don't. Like, they was like, well, do you have a nonprofit? And I was like, honestly, I don't. Everything that I do out of my pocket. So everything that comes out, I do it for myself. And they was like, well, why you ain't winning? I said, do you understand how hard it is, truthfully, how hard it is for a person that is serious about going and getting their business to go out there and get this stuff? Because there's so many people that's done ran out there to go get this stuff fraudulently, or they done ran and got it. And once they got it, they done messed it up. So they make it so hard, and the hurdles that we have to jump through just to get that. But then you want to go in there, and instead of telling me, oh, the county commissioner, we're not going to address them, you want me to run straight to Tallahassee? No, absolutely not. Can we fix in the neighborhood, in the community where I need to get funding at, and allocate those funds to what I really, really need them for, so I ain't got to see my county commissioners and all the rest of the people being arrested because they done went on shopping sprees and stuff? That's my whole thing with the politics that they be having going on. I'm just going to keep it what I said that before on the other show. Like, people get mad when it comes to like certain, like even when it comes to the whole the election and all that stuff. What you were saying is true. We don't look at the stuff that's going on right in our community, or we don't pour into our communities, but we'll go to the community for that aid and assistance. And then when they can't help us no more, or that we ain't got it no more, or you done benefited from it and you done went off and got whatever you done got, you left that community, so you don't care about what's going on and what funding is left for us anyway. So I think that's a big thing, the issue too, because before we can even address the money being poured back into the community, the money that is already, that was there or was given, we got to look at the ones that actually take that stuff. Because like what they still doing the arrest for all this fraudulent PPP loans, all the bank frauds, all that stuff that's going on right now. All that money that was taken with the PPP loans, and they did all that for businesses that are actual businesses now. It's hard for somebody to go in and get funding and stuff without you having to jump through hoops and hurdles, whereas other people that went and got their funding. Nobody spoke in the communities then about, oh, we got to put this money back into the communities. You had people actually scheming that the funding's for that too. But now they want us to run out behind the president and expect them to change what's in the community that the community is not changing. So what we gonna do? Like, how we gonna make it make sense?
In certain businesses, especially black businesses, they can't do shit for me. I hate to say that, but I'll never allow a black contractor to work on my house. I will never allow a black mechanic to work on my truck. I will never do that again. And a lot of people say, well, Chris, you wrong. No, the fuck I ain't. I ain't wrong when I got to pay another $5,000 to get my fence fixed when I had a black person put it up in the beginning and he fucked it up. And then when you call him on it, oh, well, I don't know what to tell you.
No, see, that's when it's based off of patterns. That don't make it.
It's going to have to be. They're going to have to be insured. Black people don't like to be insured. They don't like to be insured. They like to do shit off the hip. And that's my fault because I believe what people say. Hey, man, I'm going to use you. You're a black entrepreneur. I'm going to use you. That's my fault. Allowing somebody to work on my shit that don't have no insurance. That's my fault. That won't have no.
And that is a lot of the reason why, for somebody who is in the business world, entrepreneur world, and sees a lot of things from the eyes of others as well as the eyes of myself. I won't call some of the things out because that's not for this. But that is part of the reason why us as a community is left out, because like you said, we don't like to be insured. We don't like to be educated because it's too much work. We take the shortcuts instead of doing the work. We complain too much and we ain't did shit. We put our money and our efforts into the wrong things instead of the right things. So it's not that the funding and the education is not out there for us. It's we as a people aren't doing what we're supposed to do to make the necessary steps to get the funding and the education so that we can have what we need to have. Not saying that it would be easier than the next person or equal to the next, but it will be easier if you had your shit together and you had your attitude together and you were professional and you came with your A game and you were willing to listen and learn versus talk and be combative. That is the problem.
Why do you think Chick-fil-A is so different than Popeyes?
Is the
Why do you
culture?
think Chick-fil-A is so different than McDonald's?
No,
Chick-fil-A is so much different than Burger King.
Reality has to change as well, and how we think about things. So
the mindset.
So outside of the radio station or whatever like that, I work at a family-owned business. We own a moving company. We move seniors. We are like bonded and insured. We've been in business for 20 years. We've been in business word of mouth. Now, I can see both sides of the coin, because people want you to be licensed, bonded, and insured, but then they don't want to pay your licensed, bonded, and insured rate when you have to be licensed, bonded, and insured to run a business. You know, like they say, oh, well, your rate's too high. But when you tear something up, they want you to replace it. They don't want you to, you know, they want you to repair it. You know, they don't understand all the overhead and everything that goes along with running a business. And actually,
you're marketing to the wrong people. You're marketing to the wrong people because they will pay. It's people out there that will pay.
I'm telling you this, I'm not marketing to the wrong people. We've been in business 20 years, word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is I see both sides of the coin, because when you do have to together, you still have those people who will come and they're thinking like you said, well, I'm not going to use a black person because this or this. Or then when they call, they already have something set up in their mind about it because it's black owned. I mean, and then don't get me wrong, because you'll get your people who say, hey man, I want to work with you because you're black owned, you black ran, or your woman ran, and your family owned, and things like that. You get those people too. But I've been doing it for 10 years. Like I said, I see both sides of the coin. When you have yourself together, there's still a lot of loopholes and things you have to go through. Even when you have the right attitude, even when you have good customer service, you can't be in business 20 years word of mouth and not have good customer service and not have good ethic. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Right.
I'm glad you said that, Big Show. I'm glad you said that, because just 3 weeks ago, and I'm glad you mentioned moving company. Just 3 weeks ago, a buddy of mine called me crying. He got a black moving company to move him to Orlando. A black moving company. And they gave him a price. When they got to the place, before they unloaded, they wanted the rest of the money. The rest of the money that they wanted was way more than what they initially said. You know what they said? They said, well, we charge $300 to wrap that couch. We charge $200 to do this. We charge the $150 to do this. But at no point did you tell the customer that that's going to be an extra charge.
Yeah, but I see the.
So guess what? They told him that if he couldn't pay the extra money, that they were going to put his shit in storage, and that he was going to pay $250 a day until he was able to get it out.
They don't flatten their tires.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I mean,
they wouldn't have made it.
So my point is saying that is, say what it is up front. I had a guy change my tire last week. That was $600. He came out, changed my tire, and said it was going to be $685. I say, no, nigga, you're going to get this $600 that we agreed upon before you brought your ass out here.
can't
So
take
I
it.
have
We're
somebody on
gonna
my
get an
comment.
understanding. We're gonna get an understanding before you come.
Right.
Because when I go pick up them crackers low, when I go pick up them white folks low, and I say that shit is 5,300, them white folks don't change words with me. They hand me 5,300.
I agree.
Or 2,000 or whatever I charge.
I feel that.
I
So
agree.
I have somebody.
I don't take no checks from nobody, niggas or white folks.
I can't speak to the effect of people who are out here doing shady practice. You know what I'm saying?
But it seems like it's always us.
It's
always us.
I agree.
It's them too.
It is them too.
We'll let them mess our stuff up, and we'll complain. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna Karen they ass. We're gonna go call and complain or whatever like that, you know. But like with black people, you gonna talk shit. You get online.
I'm gonna tell.
Don't use them. Don't.
So one of my
right.
I don't mess with black people and all this other stuff. Like we like. As a community, we have to learn to come together. None of us are going to be able to come up if all we do is just rag on each other. And instead of beating each other down, how about we try to help that person? Say, hey, look, maybe you need to go about it this way or do that or something like that.
You can't tell no black person that. Stop it. You know that, Big Show. You know that, Big Show. You can't do that.
But hold on, I'm gonna address that. Yeah. Go ahead, Rena.
One of the people in my comments, because y'all can't see my comments, it says that us as black people that want to be on top haven't learned the value of insurance, and that they also agree with what Big Show is also saying as well. So they said that us as a collective have not learned the value of insurance, and that's part of the problem.
Okay. And I absolutely agree. And I'm going to read Zoe's comment, but I'm going to address the whole situation. And I'm going to think this is the issue when it comes to black people. And I'm a business owner, and I done been doing it for like 25 years with multiple different businesses. I done ran restaurants. I done been in the GM working in that field. So I done did a bunch of stuff. But I think the issue and why we get so upset when it comes to black people is because we actually took that into consideration and we went out to support our own. And when we did, they pulled that. Because I remember when I first got into business and I would do it, the first thing they always said was, you gonna let me get your discount? Or when they see you somewhere, you're going to let me get it half off. So I don't think it's everybody, because I do know some good black-owned businesses, like I said, because I'm one, Reno one, you know what I'm saying? We all do that. But I think that's the reason why when it comes to black businesses.
But I ask for discounts for white people too.
I feel like mistakes, though. You can't be and everything be perfect.
Man, I'm done.
Right, that's right.
Always go the way that, you know what I'm saying? Your customer's not gonna always be happy. Your customer's not gonna always be right either. So the people who are actually in business, they know that. You know what I'm saying? So you know, people will have a stick up their butt and they come in there and say everything you did wrong, and you could have been the most pleasant person in the world. And spitting out rainbows and sunshine, you know what I'm saying? But because whatever they going through, now their food is messed up, and you got an attitude problem, and you too damn nice, you smiling too hard, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, well, and I deal with that a lot. Go ahead, Rena.
I do agree with Big Show when she is saying that when it comes to us as a people, and when we have a problem, we show out to the fullest extent to tear down and complain and make it be known, versus when it's another race of business who has messed us up, we whisper. I do agree with it.
Right. I agree. I do think it's somewhere, even as far as when Rena was saying about the marketing to the wrong people, I think it shouldn't, when it comes to like me, because I remember, you know what I'm saying, I can say now, when I started out with my businesses, the marketing to my friends and to the family, that was what I felt what was needed and stuff when I first started building. So I had got that mentality somewhat. But then when I did started working for real, and then I started meeting it, I realized that was something that goes on in all communities. Like, because, and when I deal with some of my light-skinned people, they be way worse than us. But again, I think the reason why we look at us so hard is because it's finally we giving y'all the opportunity to actually do what you're supposed to do. And then when we get in here, we got to be like, God damn it, and you still ain't get it right. Like you had one job and it was yours. Like it was yours. That's all you had to do. But you couldn't do it.
All I know is white people that I've dealt with, especially with my house and my truck, is that they fuck something up, they go back and they make it right. And
that's right.
They don't give me no hassle.
That's right.
They don't give me no hassle. They don't give me no hassle about it.
Right.
Look, and that's how you have good business practices, right?
Right. Right.
But black people, I got to damn near put my pistol on their ass to do things right.
But a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. I wanted to.
Go ahead.
You go ahead, but I wanted to address Zoe comments. I think he had put 2 comments up there with Zoe. But no, so Zoe said that's why I deal with contracts. Most black people that I've dealt with either came late, attempt to upcharge, or do a half-ass job. So fuck that. My money spent the same, and I'm not paying for bullshit. I absolutely agree. Like I said, I don't care. Again, just like with the officers, I don't care what color you is behind there. Just do your job. You know what I'm saying? Because I just give me the service that you say you're gonna give me. I expect you to give me the service that you say that you're going to give me. Now, have I dealt with my other, like I said, my light-skinned folks that be with the bullshit? Absolutely. I sure have. I done dealt with them with the BS, and I done dealt with them with the schemes. And we all know that they would scheme and scam, because if they didn't, they wouldn't have all the shows that they got about the type of crimes that they do. But I'm just saying, when it comes to certain stuff, and like it be, I think when it just comes to it, just be like it's always somebody that messed it up for everybody when it comes to certain situations, because we experience dumb situations.
But it don't for the white people, and it don't for the Chinese people.
No, it don't. No, it messed it up for everybody with me.
They make mistakes too. Them people make mistakes too. We don't just.
That's what I'm saying. It go across the board, but with me, it just cut off business with everything for me. Because I don't care what color you is. If I go in there and if it's a half-ass job, I'm not gonna do business with you no more. I'm just not gonna do it. And I know it goes across the board, but like I said, I think it just goes back to why we are so hard on the black people is because it's like you got the opportunity. I gave you the chance to go in there and do it, and now you done went in here and fucked that up. So now I'm looking at it like, dang, do I need to go back over here like they say because you're not doing what you're supposed to do? And it goes across the board.
It seems like we're the only race of people that can't get it right. It seems like we're the only race of people that can't get it right. The Chinese, them nail shops, it's a chain of them bitches, and all the chains own them bitches. Okay, they work together. Mexicans, everywhere I go, especially in the construction world.
We don't know how to be a community. We don't. We keep beating each other up, talking shit about each other, and grabbing each other by the ankles and dragging each other down. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to work together and connect with one another. And help me, help you, help me build out our own communities, going out, trying to create a change, make a difference, going out, running for office, and doing things like that in our own communities. We don't do that. We don't care.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like, no.
But that's not going to change. It don't seem like that's going to change, though. That don't seem like it's going to change. It doesn't. It doesn't seem like that's going to change.
And
a lot of it got to do with, in my opinion, a lot of it got to do with TV. A lot of it got to do with TV.
Bro, it start with
one thing about us is,
it start with me. It start with us. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. Like we come, but like we're here now. Like I say, like we coming together now because everybody networking, everybody got something they trying to come to, everybody got the same greater goal. And that's what I'm saying. I believe that if it's true, if we are able to come together as a community, but that starts within the communities first before we can expect outsiders to go in and help us, because it's struggling. And even that may it goes, like I said, it does go across all avenues, it goes across every dynamic in everything, but that's again, we can't really focus on who is affecting everybody else because we got to focus on us as the community, because that's where it's at. And I do think a lot of stuff has gotten lost. I do think a lot of stuff is being put a monetary value on. I agree with you when it comes to the music and the TV and the stuff that's going on. And again, if you know me, I tell people it's the whole mindset.
Black people like controversy. Black people like controversy. We like drama.
I agree.
We go to that. And as long as white people can find shit to entertain us that has no substance, we're gonna always be in the back.
But I agree. I agree with that.
Until we get the mindset that we ain't gonna stand for that shit no more, and white people ain't gonna be able to put entertainment in front of us. Until we able to get past that, we're gonna always be in the back. Because all niggas care about is entertainment. That's all we good for. That's all we good for. Let's keep it real. If I can make a nigga laugh, I got it. If I can make a nigga get into some controversy, I got it. We never take shit serious. We never take shit serious.
I'm gonna agree.
We only take shit serious when it affects us personally.
Well,
that's when we take it serious.
That's what happened when
it's no reason why black people should not be into politics. That is dumb to me. That is dumb to me for black people not to be involved in politics. That's dumb as hell.
This is what happens. This is generational. This is
right.
From it not starting at home. That's why I said it start with you. You're the change. Go out into your community. All that stuff that you're like you talking here. Talk to people in your neighborhoods. Talk to the little boys.
I do it.
That's what we do. That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Yeah, I do it. We don't have enough of that. So that's what I'm saying. I say this start with you, and it start with us. It starts at home. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect the people outside to come and teach us those things.
And I agree.
It's embedded in us if it was taught to us at home. You know what I'm saying? You have all that instilled in you because you learned that from somewhere. You went out and you seek that knowledge or however it was. It's our job to instill that.
Right.
Everyone else so that we all can get on the same accord and so that we can become a community, so that we can understand that helping one another is how we get further instead of beating each other down. That's what I'm saying.
That's true. That's what we're doing here.
Mindset that it's never going to happen. There's never going to be a change or whatever like that. If the change,
I'm going to tell you this way: it'll never be a change in my lifetime. And it's sad to say that, but we are so far gone. It's bad when you got more people that follow Sexy Red than follow shit that has some substance.
It's true. I was just going to say.
That's sad.
I was going to say it's true.
When you got more people that follow Sexy Red than you do people that has substance. That bullshit she does, that ain't got no kind of substance.
It doesn't.
And you could say, well, it's tearing us down. No, that bullshit is tearing us down because she got, 2 million followers?
It ain't even... I was going to say, when he was saying about the drama, it is true because that's why they have a whole network. I ain't going to lie.
Exactly.
So I want
a whole network.
They got a whole network of us tearing ourselves down. And I was just like,
you got women that are doctors and lawyers that are calling each other bitches.
Exactly. Every show that we are on, we get a damn.
Come on.
Right.
But as long as those white folks can keep us with that mindset, we're going to lose every time. We're going to lose. We better name one person in politics that has a voice. Back in the 60s, you had who? Malcolm. You had Martin. You had Garvey. You had W.E. Du Bois. You had all these prominent people that was trying to help us. Now, name one black person.
I agree.
That's all, just one. That's a leading
I agree.
For the black people.
And I agree.
That's all.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree because those shows do tear us down.
No one wants to die.
And
that's not going to really make much of a difference. I mean,
and I agree with that.
No one wants to be a martyr.
And that's what the difference. Where did the divide happen? What happened to our people? No, go ahead,
right.
Rena.
And nobody thinks about the fact that even on these TV shows that these women of a higher stature have the dentists, the doctors, the gynecologists, and all of this. for the shows that have those women. And they're talking to each other and going back and forth and arguing and fighting for stupid reasons. When they cut those cameras off and they go into their office and they deal with their colleagues, they don't act like that. They don't speak like that. They don't carry themselves like that. None of that happens for real, because in their business, and for them to be able to sit at certain tables and be in certain circles, they have to carry themselves and present themselves in a certain way. And what they're doing on TV is not that way. But nobody is telling our younger generation, because that's who they're targeting, because us as grown folks should already know better, that that's not real.
I absolutely agree.
And that's what I'm saying. They're giving it to the masses. I understand exactly what you're saying. They're going in the office and they're not doing that in their office. That's fine. That's one-on-one shit. But when you put it on social media, it goes to millions. Power perceived is power achieved. So the perception is there.
What'd you say, Big Show?
Everything that's been going on in the world has been going on in the world since it's been going on in the world.
Exactly.
When I was growing up, you know what I'm saying? It was different because even though I knew a lot growing up, but I knew what not to do and what I could do. I knew what I knew what I could do. And the problem these days is these kids feel like they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. And that stems from at home. That stems from their parents who allow them to do whatever it is that they want to do, or allow them to think that that is okay. When I was growing up, I didn't get whoopings. I wasn't bad, but I knew what I could and I could not do or say to my mom. You know what I'm saying? I knew what buttons I could and I couldn't push. These parents these days, they pushovers, that their kids do whatever the fuck they want to do, and then these kids get out here and they act all fucking crazy in the streets too. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up getting killed or shot by somebody, and we want to blame everybody else. I mean, don't get me wrong, because what's right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right, absolutely.
Either. But then we be shocked and surprised when we are raising fucking monkeys.
So I want to say this. I absolutely 100% agree, and I tell people all the time that when it comes to that crab in the barrel mentality, it comes to the generational curses and the stuff that we're dealing with. I understand. I was a young parent. I don't make that be nothing. I don't sugarcoat that. I was a mother at 15. I knew a lot of people that had kids that, they had kids, and now our kids are grown because my daughter is 29 years old now and she has kids, so we have a bunch of children that had kids, but in that thing we lost the way of being a parent, because then we started allowing others to parent from on the outside. We started losing our way when we became that we didn't want to take accountability and accept this. Some of that stuff, yes, I believe is a generational curse. I do. I strong one heart, believe that. However, I also believe that a lot of that stuff came when a lot of people stopped wanting to take accountability and responsibility for the decisions that they were actually making, and now they was given an out to say, "Oh, you know what? This, you can't do this." So because somebody said, "Oh, you didn't do this," I already didn't want to do that, so I'm not finna put up no fight to have to deal with it anyway. And then it continued a cycle. So now we have a bunch of entitled children that have been raised by the system. Because no matter how you look at it, we put our children in school all day long. We don't have them at home. We send the kids, when they do get home, they hand them a laptop, a tablet. They hand them something to go and play, somebody else teaching them. Because I have grandkids, and I'm a grandmother that sits in the room and I listen to everything that goes on around me, because I also have a degree in criminal investigation. So I always be listening. And I'm a grandmother that sit there and know that we as parents, we hand our children devices and tell them they can go in there and play this and they can play that. But our children are far more intelligent than what we was back then, because they have the open access to the internet and everybody is allowing them to be taught. But then because we get embarrassed and don't want nobody to know it's us, now we try to lose sight of, but that ain't had nothing to do with me, but he was playing this or he was doing that. We don't have enough parents that was taught how to be parents, so we have a bunch of children that are raising the households. So we ain't gonna have nobody in politics, because when we do get to that point, we do stuff like, and I'm gonna go back to the this whole mess that went on. When we had her up there talking about she was finna go run for office, Who in the hell did they put on their campaign videos, and who did they have out at their damn things? They do their shows and stuff. Who did she have at her rallies and stuff? They had Meg the Stallion, and they had all these people out here making all these booty songs and twerking for the elections because they said that was going to get children.
And that's why nobody respected her. I took her seriously, even though they wasn't going to anyway. But that just put the icing on the cake, because that was the main topic of a lot of political conversation that I would listen to on public platforms of who she was choosing to have in front of her, and those people that you just stated. And that was a problem for them because of the image that it puts out there.
Right. What you were gonna say, Big Show? You go ahead.
I thought Oprah was like the first person who like came out publicly and whatever the fuck they call it, you know,
endorsed her.
Yeah, endorsed her.
But listen, okay, so we're gonna go to my good girl, her. Even when it came to her,
she ain't nothing either.
Right. Where was all?
I'm not a fan, but she got a lot of fans.
No, but I'm saying she does. But again, she don't deal with us either.
No, you're right.
So if we look at it, most people.
And she was trafficking our children.
I'm just saying, make it make sense. All I said was make it make sense. That's all I said.
And she was trafficking our children.
That's what I'm saying. Then she got caught up in that whole mess and the list and stuff. And then but it goes back to the whole money thing, and it goes back to who we put in position. And I do agree with you 100%, Bishop. It starts in the household, because I can guarantee you, if you put children that's been around Auntie up against some children that's out there in the world, they gonna outdo them every time, because I teach them in home. I instill in them what they need to know, not what the people think they should know. So like, I remember, and I'm not, I remember a couple years ago, right before the Emmett Till movie came out, me and my grandson was having a conversation, and I had went through the whole household and asked adults that were probably around the ages of maybe about 20, 21. I had asked adults, and then I spoke to some children, and I asked each one of them who Emmett Till was, and nobody could tell me who that was. And so my grandson looked at me and he was like, "Grandma, excuse me." He was like, "Who is that?" So me and him sat down and we went over the story, like I do so many people, because my grandson can go in there. If it come time for the Black History Month, my grandson ain't gonna go in there and talk about Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, or he not gonna pick the one that everybody talk about. He gonna be able to tell you about the people that's right here locally. He gonna be able to tell you about the ones that made differences here. And I'm actually in something, just to let y'all know, I actually am writing a book, a Black history book for the Hillsborough County, for the city of Tampa, starting with Progress Village, and we going back all the way to Robles Park, because it was way before then, and we're not going back to slavery. We're going to the place where we actually had money, because we don't teach that. Everybody teach slavery, and then they jump right to right now. They don't teach in between there, where we actually had power and we had money and we had our own stuff. You rarely hear them speak about Black Wall Street. You rarely hear them speak about all that stuff, and that stuff comes within the community. And we also have to realize that when we did get money, whether it was obtained illegally or not, nobody pours back into their community. But we could watch the videos of them going and buying all the stuff from all the other companies out there. And then when they do go start a business, they wonder why people don't sponsor them. But they got to remember, who did you sponsor? Who did you go out there and help when it was time for the money to be poured in? Where did your money go to? Where did those funds go to? So I think it goes both ways when it do come to us. I do absolutely 100% understand, because I believe customer service is everything. You know what I'm saying? I believe that I am... That is me. I am my face. I am my brand. I am Auntie. I make it make sense. So I believe that anything that I do, that's who I am. So I'm gonna make that be 100. But if I got to get stupid with you, I will do that too. So I guarantee there probably are some people out there that say, "Oh, she's a horrible person to go out there and go deal with." But I guarantee you, and I'm not being funny, I guarantee you, my light skinned, because they know I don't call them white, I call them light skinned. All the people that I have done business with, I guarantee you, I've never had the issues that I did have dealing with some of my own people. And they make it hard. They do make it hard for themselves, which is sad that they make it hard for a lot of the businesses out there, like yours, Big Show. Because I don't, I don't actually heard her conduct business, and it's just like, she is like that there. When you call that phone or whatever doing business, she handles business. You know what I'm saying? And so I do know, I don't want people to think that no, we don't sponsor no black business, because that's not what we're saying at all. But we are saying that as a people, we got to start taking stuff more serious. We actually got to go out there and do the stuff and take those extra steps like the other, you know, our son, our other people do go out there and do. And then we can't always expect the shortcuts and expect the same outcome. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to knock nobody for what they got going on. I know we did have a couple more comments. We're going to carry this on. Oh, and just for a surprise, this all the new crew for Make It Make Sense with Auntie on here. Miss K still here, of course. You know what I'm saying? Miss K is here. But she working and show out, you know, here in the comments. But this is the Make It Make Sense family that is on this screen right now. We got a meeting coming up soon, so we can do the introductions and all that good stuff. Some Desmond says, I run a car lot. My black salesmen are last in sales every month because our black customers won't buy cars from black salesmen. For your information, I am white and just don't get it.
Okay, so look, let me say something real quick about selling cars. All right, and I hope that this helps some people because I've sold cars before. I don't feel like I'm not a salesy type of person. I don't really like sales.
Yes, you are.
I don't. Okay, whatever. I sell myself, and that's what selling cars is.
That is.
So when I sold cars, there's no such thing as there's no such thing as a car salesman. People come to a car lot to buy cars. You are a sales consultant. You are giving them the information about the cars that they came there to look for. They came there in their mind with particular things that they needed in a car. It's your job to align them with those particular things. You do not push, force, anything like that. You give people what they want. You be nice, and they will buy from you. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is be yourself, smile, and give them the information. Do not be pushy, forcey, or anything like that, because they already came to buy a car. That's why they came to the car lot. They wanted a car.
All right. Well, listen, I truly want to thank each and everybody for today. We done ran a little bit over, but of course, y'all get this all again next week and the week after that. So it is ad time. We want to thank all of our sponsors. So A&R Excellent Cleaning. If you need any cleaning services in the Hillsborough County area, you can go ahead and contact Area Excellent Cleaning. Miss Ariana, her prices are listed. Like I told y'all, it's like $400 for the month. She come out every week and clean up your house, and you come home to a clean house, so you sit there and let her do her thing. Of course, it's me, Make It Make Sense with Auntie. You can call me on the phone. You can go ahead and hit me up online. I have some books and resources. If you need anything, call me. Yeah, of course. And then, you know, we got coming up and we want to say a shout out to our Pedro Romero over at H&S Soap Company. He is excellent. If you have any skin needs and you need any special things, you can contact him. We want to hope he get well soon. He just had surgery. I think he just finished all his surgeries yesterday. And of course, the beautiful and Miss Rena over at Miss Rena. Where is that?
It's online.
So we got Miss Rena over here, and you can contact her at Rena Simone Wellness, right? Yeah. Miss Rena Simone Wellness.
Rena Simone Wellness is the life coaching and trauma healing. And then we have Phase Essentials, which is the holistic beauty and wellness product company. So I am the owner and founder of both of those companies that basically helps you shine from the inside out, knowing your worth.
That's right. So that is Miss Rena. So y'all contact her, follow her on Facebook. Is it Rena Simone Wellness? And then of course y'all know we got Mr. Show out here is coming in a minute. If you need any needs. And of course, again, with the collabs and the partnership, we now have a new person that fulfill all our orders for Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Again, that go to Big Show sitting over there. She's a jack of all trades. She got a lot of stuff going on, so we appreciate her. So now T-shirts and all that stuff, we got them coming over here from On Blast Media, which I'm super excited about. And before we end the show, Auntie will be in Atlanta August, January 2nd through the 5th. So if y'all got something going on, y'all want Auntie to attend, y'all go ahead. And we got our own media show. And we is rolling out the yellow carpet. Y'all be ready for y'all red carpets. We got a yellow carpet. Ooh, make it make sense with Auntie Yellow. Stay tuned for